Welcome back to the evening show. Now, a very famous face indeed if you are a lover of the soaps, because my next guest, well, he made a very dramatic exit from Eastenders a couple of years back as the lovable Bradley Bryan, but he's here now to tell us all about his new play, The Haunting, which takes place in the Gaiety Theatre up until tomorrow night, March 12th. It's Charlie Clements. Charlie, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
And I'll have to do my best not to call you Bradley.
Not to call me Bradley, yeah. Yeah.
You did spend a lot of time on Eastenders. Looking back, I'm sure that that character still is with you to this very day. Yeah,
it's a funny one. You know, you spend so much of your life there that you do sort of you get into that, and it like I say, becomes such a big part of your life that. But I don't know. I kind of separate myself from Bradley. You know, we're not entirely the same.
The same character.
Yeah. So.
But Bradley did get some incredible storylines.
Yes.
With Max and Stacey and the big love triangle.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it was really fun to play.
Yeah, it was. It was, especially all the dramatic stuff. I think it was in, I think it was Christmas of 2007 when The Affair came out. That was probably one of the best ones we've done. And just working with people like Jake and Lace. You know, they're such brilliant actors that, you know, and you just bounce off them, and yeah, it was just really good fun doing it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Bradley now really was. He was the lovable boy next door, and you know, and I think Stacey did in the end truly love him, and we saw once you had left, you know, the heartache and everything. I mean, is that you in real life, or are you a bit more of a lad about town?
Yeah, I don't think I personally don't think I'm actually anything like Brad. I don't know. That's open.
You seem a lot more, you know, cool, calm, collected.
I try to be. You know, that was his character was, you know, this young, naive kind of guy, and I don't think I'm really that at all. So no, well, I think we're quite different, but that's open to interpretation. People can make up their own minds. Now,
you have moved on to theatre.
Yes.
And you're in The Haunting, which apparently, I've heard that the reviews are amazing, that it's one of the scariest plays that people have actually seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny for me. I find it really hard now when people ask me, is it scary, to give them a proper answer, because I know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So for me, it isn't particularly scary now, but I'm sure as an audience member it could be. You know, you're sitting there in the auditorium in the dark, you've got people next to you that are jumping at certain points, and it is quite tense in some of it. So yeah, it's jumpy, it's scary, yeah. Because
I think, you know, people expect to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
And be terrified.
Yeah.
And you know, the music, and it's just all that like jump. But in the theatre, maybe because it's right there, it's real people, it's right in front of you. Maybe it's got that even more cutting edge to it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, similarly to the cinema, like I say, you know, you're sat there, you're watching it all unfold out in front of you, and I suppose, yeah, having that live aspect of it really helps, because you don't know what's going to happen. You know, in a sort of watching a film, you can, you know, sometimes predict what's going to happen, and you know that it's not real life. And obviously, you know, watching something unfold on stage, you know it's not real, but being there right in front of you, it's more real than in the cinema. So.
Now, for people who are not familiar with the story, The Haunting is based on the Charles Dickens book.
It's an adaptation of about 5 different Charles Dickens ghost stories. I think the writer's taken those and used those as a sort of template, and he's written this play. So.
And what is it actually about? Tell us the story without giving it away.
Without giving it away. My character, David Fylde, is a young book dealer, and he goes to Lord Grey's house, which is Paul Nicholas, to catalogue these books of his late father. His father's passed away, and he's left the estate in a considerable debt, as it were. And then things start happening, and noises, you know, start occurring, and voices, and things start flying off shelves, and it's basically their pursuit of what's going on in the house and what's making all this stuff happen. And Paul's character is really against the idea of ghosts and anything sort of supernatural like that, and whereas my character really, you know, believes that this is all happening in front of his eyes, and it's about David trying to convince Lord Grey that this is actually happening. So.
and then you figure out who's actually right at the end.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Now, Paul Nicholas is a BAFTA nominee, so what's it been like working with him?
No, it's been really good actually. It's been really fun. We get on really well. We don't spend a great deal of time together in the days, which is a shame, but no, but we get on really well, and people have said we've got a good rapport with each other on stage, so, and hopefully that's coming across. You know, similarly to working with Jake and Lace, you know, if you get on well with these people, you know, it's a lot easier to work with them, and that comes across. So.
Sure. Now, you've been in Dublin since, well, the play's been on since Monday.
Yes.
When did you land, and how long are you staying for?
We landed on Monday, but we only came over from Edinburgh, so it's only a 40-minute flight, so it's not like... But it was an early start, actually. I was up at 5:30, and then obviously we had the whole day and did the show, and then I didn't get to bed till about, I think, gone midnight, so I was pretty shattered by the end of it. But it's been going well. Yeah, I mean, I've been over to Dublin a few times. I love it over here, so
and
it's always good fun.
How is the Irish audience comparing to all the other audiences that you've played with?
Yeah, they've been really good. They've been really good. We've been getting a few people in. They really seem really enthusiastic about it. I mean, we were in Edinburgh last week, and they love all their sort of their ghost stories, and you know, they've got their ghost tours and their underground city, so they're really up for all of that. But no, the Irish have been doing themselves a good, you know, justice. Yes,
I like to hear that. I love when the Irish audience stands up. But listen, how long is the play going for? I know it's wrapping up on Saturday night in Dublin.
Yeah.
What's the plan then, or are you moving on to something else?
The plan then, we've got another 5 weeks or so of the tour. I think from here we go to Plymouth, and then we go back into Wales, and then back down south of England again. So yeah, another 5 weeks, and then after that, we'll have to wait and see. Ooh. Just focus on this and get this done, and then see what happens after. Yeah.
Now, obviously, you've spent so long in television, and then I imagine theatre is a completely different experience to working in TV. Which do you prefer, and which are you hoping to continue with?
I don't know, really. I enjoy both. I mean, I grew up doing more theatre-based stuff, so I feel very comfortable on stage, and I love that sort of that live aspect of it. And Enders was really the first TV that I'd ever done, so doing that, you know, gave me a good insight as to what that was like. And they are different, you know. The basic concept of acting is the same, but I really enjoy both. So I just love working. At the end of the day, I love being busy. So if I can just continue to be busy after this in theatre, TV, film, or doing whatever, then I'll be happy. Yeah.
Now, I'm noticing that you've got the Movember thing going on here.
Got the facial hair,
Was this from Movember, or is this purely to try and get rid of the Bradley character?
This was purely for the character of David. You know, you sort of, you know, you research the, you know, Dickensian period, and the gentleman, as it were, had, you know, they did have a lot of facial hair, and you know, these big mutton chops and the moustache, and so I wanted to do that just to sort of not get away from Bradley, but I thought it was right for this character.
So it was quite intrinsic to the plot.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes. And it's my own, obviously. It's not stuck on, so I'm very proud of it.
Well, listen, we look forward to seeing you in the Gaiety. I know you're there until Saturday.
Yes.
And I mean, it's terrible when they kill off the character, because you can never go back now.
No, but I'm glad they did. I'm very glad they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really happy with the death. It just brought it to an end, and you know, allows me to move on and focus on what's coming up ahead. So. Very
quickly, just before we go though, because I know it was the first live televised episode of Eastenders, and you did have the plot line essentially.
Yeah.
What was it like getting up on that roof to fall off? And I know you didn't fall off, but when did they switch you over?
I'm going to give away the secrets now. There was a stunt guy that went up onto the Vic roof. And then I ran down the stairs to this platform that they'd built a little bit away from the set, which was still pretty high. I still had to be harnessed onto it, just in case I did go over. So I ran up there, they took a shot of that, cut away to me up the top, and then I ran back down as he was falling, and then I just played dead. So.
You played it. And what's it like when you're literally playing dead on the ground, and you've got these friendships with these people, and like Max literally gets sick, and Lacey is just in floods of tears.
It was really weird, actually. It was really bizarre, because generally, if someone's leaving the show, they get a 2-week block where that's their leaving period, and they can build up to the end. Whereas that was my end there and then, done.
One
So
episode.
it didn't have any of that sort of build up. So it was quite emotional actually. It was quite a sad day. But I still see them, so it's all good.
Oh, well, we shall never see you again as Bradley, but
Nope.
we've fond memories.
Yes.
And it's great to see you doing something new, something fresh. And I'm liking the schmig. I reckon you should hang on to that. I think it works well.
Okay. I'll see. I'll see.
Well, listen, continued success for The Haunting, and thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Right, thank you.
The wonderful Charlie Clements. And remember, if you want to go along to check out The Haunting in the Gaiety Theatre, all you have to do is log on to the website gaiety-theatre.ie for tickets. Make sure you go along and see Charlie in action. Well, that is your lot for tonight. We are back again on Monday. Jimmy will be here at 7, repeated at 9. Do join him then. But until then, have a lovely weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.